Hi all, it's Dana from Cuttercraft. I thought I would just do a bit of writing on a cookie, but as usual I can't decide what to do and how to look and etc. So I thought I'd record it and at the same time help you guys if I can with a bit of writing if you love doing that. So I'm going to write Happy Mother's Day. The trick for me is if I can lift my piping bag off the surface of the cookie or the paper that you're working on, and you let the icing drape into place. By doing that, you have a greater control of where the icing goes and you won't get, yucky squiggly lines. So you can see it's raised up in the air a little bit and it's just getting placed down. Just keeping a firm pressure but a soft one, and learning that that is up in the air there, so I've got to stop pressing with my hand so it can actually stop where I want it to stop, rather than it losing control and then I'll get a big long icing line, if that makes sense. So I'm just using a practice sheet with a bit of baking paper. You can rest your hand, on your other hand or whatever you feel comfortable doing. You can stop and start where you like. I find once I start, I've got to keep going. But to get those nice swirls and so forth, you see where I'm lifting up my icing. Sometimes I go a bit too quick for myself, so it doesn't work where I want it to go. There's one way. Capital letters. I find capitals a lot easier and quicker for me. But it has the same method. Lift up and place down. If you've got any questions, certainly ask away in the comments when I post this. The consistency I'm using is probably a thick outline consistency, because I don't want it to, run anywhere, and I want it to hold its shape and essentially do as it's told. You could probably go a little bit thinner than what I've done there, so you don't, get those blobs. If it was a bit thinner, that would settle nicely and not a lot nicer. So again, writing just takes practice. It's really lifting up your nib to get the height where you're able then to, whoops, it seems that I've got a little blockage, I can see it, but see how I'm holding that up in the air? I can have control where I can fix the problem. So I can feel that I've got a little bit in there, and I can just then continue on without wrecking, what I've been working on. I'm actually working a little bit slower than normal. It doesn't seem that I can work slow. So I'm just going to finish this one at my speed. Whoops. Oh, I think I was about to write monster. I don't know why I'm thinking that. But to fix that up, get your needle scribe. You can use the pin side or the veiner side. I don't know what I was thinking. Whoops. You can get those little boob tools as well. They're like a little shovel on the end, and they come yellow or whatever plastic. They work really well. But we'll go with a T this time, not a N. And there, the S is a bit, square. I'm not too happy about that. So with this, you can just use your needle scribe and just encourage it out, and you've fixed it up already without having to redo it. And again, I did that a bit square there, so I can just tidy that up. Cute little hearts. Always fill in, spacing gaps. So if you're not good to the eye to where your, words can go, like that there, you can just fill that and it looks like it was meant to be. What else are we going to do? So a lot of people do, the fancy work. So say we'll go here. I'm not great at it, but I'll give it a crack. Once I start a word, I feel like I can't stop, so I'll just go this way. And then they fill on here, every downstroke to make it thicker. But I don't know. I think my icing's a bit thick. Looks quite terrible actually. But anyway, that certainly takes practice. You can use your needle scribe to, clean that up. But yeah, that's a bit of a mess there. I don't know if you're in the shadow there. But I think with thinner icing, that could work all right. I think we might just give that one a miss. I'll try it, letter by letter, and some people do it, the whole letter at once. But again, I don't seem to have that control unless they work on it really slow like this. But I don't seem to. I get this bit all right, but then this is where, this is where those projectors come handy, I think. Oops, see, I forgot to do it. I'll come back and do that. Yeah, and because I'm working so, because I'm working so close to the surface, I don't feel like I have that control. Oh, far out. Control, so my lines are squiggly. So, not my cup of tea, but you can see, you can get it nice. Definitely you'll have to use a thinner icing there. But yep, I'll just go with the straight stuff. And then we'll make a decision and put it onto the cookie. So this is my normal writing. Or my normal speed. And I think if I think about it too much, that's where I make mistakes. And I guess it's pretty tricky, right? Talking as you do it too, because you kind of hold your breath and you know, have to try to concentrate. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Bit of fun. Hope this helps someone. But if you're going to practice, I would practice with a thicker outline, consistency, and just practice lifting the icing up so you can get nice round curves. You know, an E, small E, see how high you go. And then I'll do a small G. I'm going quite high, down, pushing, and then this I've released, and then I lay it down. So, loops, whoops, I've got another blockage. Anyway, this was a video much about nothing, but if it helped someone give it a crack, then I've done a good thing today. All right, we'll come back and do the real thing and see what happens. Bye. So I'm going to do my cookie for Mother's Day, and I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to do it. I can't really talk through it because I think I'm holding my breath, hoping it all goes okay. Sorry for the silence, but I was trying to concentrate not to make a mistake. Now, I didn't really center that happy properly, so I'm just going to put another heart there. And that is how you fix little errors, you know, like it was meant to be then. So that comes up all right. That is making the roses. I've used stiff icing there. That is using a 1M tip. And this one is using like a 14 or a number 16 or 20 star tip. The leaves, you can use a leaf tip, or you can cut a upside down V out of your piping bag, and that gives a great little effect. The outline is my favourite, which is food grade textures. I seem to have way more control with textures, but I do enjoy writing with icing, you know, just to better my skill as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And of course, the awesome shape hexagon, we make those cookie cutters by hand, and yeah, I'm really loving hexagons and squares right now. So yeah, I hope you love it.